2019 has been an unprecedented period of turmoil for Australians, with large parts of the country ravaged by bushfires, where whole communities have been devastated by the fires, which continue to burn into 2020. And the effects will be felt for a long time to come as people rebuild not just their homes and businesses, but their lives. Coupled that with the pandemic outbreak of coronavirus, and our health system has been and continues to be pushed to the limits. This visualisation aims to understand and explain the performance of the New South Wales public health system in relation to the emergency department. The data comes from the Bureau of Health Information, whose function is to produce independent reports and information about the performance of the New South Wales healthcare system. Emergency presentations to a public hospital within New South Wales from October to December 2019 totalled over 753,000 presentations. This is a 4% increase from the same time last year. This increase is also based on less facilities included in the data collection. So, less facilities and still more growth in presentations to our emergency department. We can see that the greatest growth areas for presentations were those that were a triage, a category 3, or as an urgent category. Triage category 3 had over 16,000 more presentations, or a 6.5% increase from this time last year. This group of patients accounted for nearly 36% of all presentations to the emergency department. Comparing the data over all data points, there is significant growth in triage category 3 patient presentations. However, there is also significant variation in the number of emergency departments included in the data, as shown here. Looking at a similar cohort of period of time and number of emergency departments, data from October to December 2017 shows category 3 patients having nearly 294,500 presentations. Comparing this time period to the current period shows there has been a 14.2% increase. This is the highest increase across all triage categories. Whilst we can see that category 3 had the most significant growth comparing this year to this time last year, and again considerable growth over 2 years, is this consistent across all other triage categories? Data shows that there has been consistent increase across most triage categories of presentations. Triage category 1, 2 and 4 having on average a 3.5% increase as compared to last year. Reviewing triage category 2 or emergency category, this cohort of patients had the next highest increase in presentations from this time last year at a 3.8% increase. Comparing the data over all data points, there is a less steep increase as compared to triage category 3, but there is an increase. Looking at a similar cohort of emergency departments, data from October to December 2017 shows again there has been a 13.8% increase in these types of presentations. This considerable increase in the last 2 years is also felt with triage category 1. These types of presentations increased 13.96% from October to December 2017 to the current period. Patients with a triage category 4 or 5 did not experience the level of growth as other categories. Whilst triage category 4 did have a 3.4% increase from this period as compared to this time last year, which is in line with most of the other triage categories. Triage category 5 decreased in presentations. For triage category 4 presentations, comparing October to December 2017 to the current period, presentations only increased 5%. Also, triage category 5 presentations decreased over this period by 6.9%. This shows that the emergency departments are being used by patients who are more appropriate for emergency type care, and non-emergent care is being moved away from acute care providers. Our healthcare system, in particular our emergency departments, have experienced and continue to experience increasing demand. This has shown to be more demand in the most serious types of presentations. It is heartening to see that those presentations that can be treated at other providers, such as GPs, are decreasing within our emergency department.